Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We come to you tonight from the Hammond Civic Center as the Region Sports Network presents live video coverage of a doubleheader to kick off the 2026 South Shore Roller Derby season. I'm Queso Blanco, and I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's action. And joining me with the color analysis is
the Rockin' Wahawken,
my good friend, my colleague. Good evening, Northwest Indiana. Good evening, streaming world. We are excited to be here. You are watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby this evening on the Region Sports Network.
The only game in town.
That is right. Vince, Rockin' Wahawken, I think there might be a lot of people joining us for the first time this evening. If you were watching roller derby for the very first time ever, what's some information that you might like to know?
Well, probably how points are scored, exactly what you're watching. You have each team goes out there for every jam. And you have the skater with the star on their helmet. That is the jammer, and their objective is to get through the pack of the opponent's blocking team to become the lead jammer. And after that, they are free to score as many points as they can by going around and around and around. Every time they do a round on the track, they collect as many as 4 points.
Very succinct, very well put.
Thank you.
Rockin' Wahawken, Vince, you and I have been commentating, we've been watching, we've been participating in flat track women's roller derby here for, I'd say, the better part of 10 years. I think you make it sound very simple and straightforward, but I think you and I both know there's a lot to learn, especially for our newcomers. You will see some helpful graphics on the screen, both at present and throughout the evening, kind of giving a little bit more information about what roller derby is, some of the more specifics. It is hard-hitting. It is fast-paced. These skaters really, I think, leave it all out on the track, if you don't mind me saying. We're very happy that you're joining us here on Region Sports Network this evening. Thank you for tuning in. We've got roller derby action here in just about 10 minutes. We'll be doing our traditional skater roll call in about 5 minutes or so, and then that first whistle is set for 5:30 p.m. sharp.
Indeed. We're all very exciting here. This is, again, as you've mentioned, this is the home opener for the 2026 season, and this is the South Shore Runaways' first bout of the year.
Yes. The roller derby season, extends from April through October. A little bit more of a unique sporting season. You can see the skaters are leaving the track now. Again, we're going to do roll call here in just a minute. If you're just tuning in, as a reminder, you are watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby, Northwest Indiana's premier flat track roller derby team on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
The only game in town, folks.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Meet Scott Miller, a lifelong Northwest Indiana resident. Scott has spent his career serving his community as a teacher, school leader, and superintendent of Hammond Schools. Today, he serves as Chief of Staff for the City of Hammond, helping lead operations and guide decisions that impact local families every day. Known for tackling tough challenges and making responsible, honest decisions, Scott is ready to bring steady leadership to the Lake County Council. Scott Miller, responsible, experienced, ready.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here.
Good evening, Hammond Civic Center. Thank you for being here this evening. Let's go ahead and make some noise for the home opener of the 2026 South Shore Roller Derby season. My name is Matt Vickers, a.k.a. Queso Blanco, and I am joined by my friend and my colleague, my announcer partner this evening,
the Rocker Oaxacan.
Thank you, Vince. And we are going to get things started here this evening with, as it is tradition, our skater roll call. Tonight, from DeKalb, Illinois, we have the Prairie Land Punishers. And up first, number 0330, Stellosaurus Rex.
Number 11, Assaultine Cracker Jackie.
Number 12, Violet Vendetta.
Number 1329, Freebie.
Number 1547, Sassy Mean Claudine.
Number 2, Cat Von Deviant.
Number 236, Crash Test Bunny.
Number 2407, Goldie Rocks.
Number 302, Helga Huffletuff.
Number 349, Emmy Mortal.
Number 422, Rough Tough Cluff.
Number 5446, Curly Temper.
Number 545, hashtag smash tag.
Number 8333, Monster Bash.
Number 90, Sasquatch.
Number 106, Scarecrow.
And number 929, Beatrix.
And that is bench coached by Coach Fun Joe. All right.
And now, Hammond Civic Center, get on your feet and make some noise for your South Shore Roller Derby.
Number 007, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. It's Shannon Ball.
Beat them if you can, survive if they let you. It's number 04, Lucha Gora.
Don't be bamboozled. This panda will hug you, then hip check you. Number 11, Panda.
She hits like granite and will take you to the summit of pain. It's number 1024, El Capitan.
She's all tricks and no treats. This little ghoul will knock you off your feet. Number 1031, it's Spooky.
She's serving up pain for breakfast. It's 1395, Legs Benedict.
She's gonna beat him up, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. It's Reese's Puff. Number 2, Reese's Ruff.
She doesn't fear her demons. She keeps them on a leash. It's number 22, Demonica.
Your butt is grass and she's gonna mow it. Number 3, Tinosaurus Rex.
What you gonna do when this wild child runs wild on you? It's number 317, Wild Child.
Don't let this babe catch you in her web. 610, Spider Baby.
Equal rights means equal fights. Bringing brains and power strikes. It's number 789, H-Face.
She keeps going and going and going. Number 82, it's the Energizer Bunny.
The fury of attack. Feel the wrath of Low is Rad. Low is Rad. Low is Rad. Number 83, Low is Rad.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Number 8008, Brandy Savage. Let's give a hand to your South Shore Roller Derby.
Make some noise. Special thanks to our coaches as well as our skating and not skating officials. And of course, all of you for being here this evening. We would not be here without you.
Kind of. All right, coming up on the first whistle here, we see all the blockers and jammers lining up on the track.
Again, the Prairie Land Punishers all the way from DeKalb, Illinois, skating against South Shore Roller Derby here this evening in what is sure to be a hard-hitting, fast-paced bout. Vince.
Indeed. I'm going to hit you with the indeeds like Teal from Stargate, man. Just every time you say my name, just indeed.
A hush falls over the Civic Center as we prepare for the first whistle. Jam number 1 of half number 1 of bout number 1 here this evening. And that'll be the whistle for the first jam of this evening.
We have Brandy Savage facing off against Violet Vendetta, and Brandy Savage is going to be your lead jammer.
Violet Vendetta working to get through the pack there, but South Shore with a highly defensive wall here. Nice strategy there from South Shore.
And Brandy comes up to the pack and makes it through. And that's going to be a quick 4 points for Brandy Savage.
Brandy snapping into this bout like a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Violet Vendetta still trying to get her first pass through.
Vince,
she finally makes it out of the pack.
Star Jam. Oh, I stand corrected. Thought of a Star Jam, but Violet Vendetta maintains jammer status.
And Brandy Savage calls off the jam. It's a quick 8 points for South Shore.
A lot of roller derby left to play, though, Vince. It's still anyone's bout this evening.
Just south of an hour. Looks like.
All right, Vince, I think we've got a lot of new folks joining us here for potentially their very first South Shore roller derby event. What is the 101 on roller derby that they might need to know this evening?
Well, as we see, we have two skaters out there with stars on their helmets. Those are the jammers. They're trying to make it through the pack to become lead jammer, and then once they become lead jammer, once the jammers get through, they are free to score points with every pass after the initial start of the jam.
It looks like El Capitan will be the jammer for South Shore and will get lead jam. So to your point, Vince, she controls the action here, or at least when to call it off.
Hey, Queso, what's with the stripes on the helmet?
That is a great question, Vince. I'm glad you asked. As much as roller derby might seem like it's all about brute force, there's a lot of strategy involved as well. And those stripes signify that those skaters are what is referred to as the pivots. They can pivot between positions strategically. The pivot starts as a defensive role, but can oftentimes move into an offensive role if they are given the star helmet cover. Looks like Rough Tough Clough has the star for Prairie Land, but El Capitan will call the jam.
All right.
And we appreciate y'all as we work through a few technical difficulties here this evening. It really does take a village, so thank you all for being here, for your patience and your community this evening.
Thanks, Hillary. And
that'll be the whistle for jam number 3. And it looks like Sassy Mean Claudine will get lead jam for Prairie Land, the first lead jam of Prairie Land's bout this evening.
Tinosaurus Rex had lead jam on that and then called off the jam. She got hung up after she became lead jammer.
I apologize.
Everybody makes mistakes, Queso.
You know I do. There's a lot of hot and heavy action on the track. We're going to do our best to keep our eyes on the prize this evening.
And at the start of jam number 4, it's about to start.
Speaking of keeping our eyes on the prize, I'm going to go ahead and shout out our sponsor of the evening, which is going to be Haven House. Haven House is Northwest Indiana's emergency shelter and provides support services for domestic violence survivors and their children in Northwest Indiana and surrounding areas. Thank you to Haven House for being our Bout Day charity. Back to the action, Vince.
While you were reading that advertisement, Brandy Savage became lead jammer facing off against Crash Test Bunny. And Brandy Savage is already around. She just scored 4 points on her second pass.
Crash Test Bunny, though, no slouch for Prairie Lands, working to get through that blue wall, attempting to get through those mean blockers. Looks like Brandy Savage cuts through Prairie Land, though, for a few more points on the board.
And we had a penalty on Prairie Land, so one of their blockers is sent to the penalty box. Hey, Matt, why don't you explain that?
So, yes, Vince, there are a variety of legal and illegal maneuvers throughout roller derby. We do our best to identify them as we can, but we do ultimately leave that up to the experts. In the zebra stripes, when a skater does make a legal error, an illegal maneuver, if you will, they are required to spend time in the penalty box. Typically, that is 30 seconds.
I think it's important to notice that this bout is being live streamed by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
We appreciate them and all their support this evening, as well as all of you for tuning in and joining us here at the Hammond Civic Center. That'll be the whistle for jam number 5. It looks like Violet Vendetta back for Prairie Land and H-Face Killa jamming for South Shore Roller Derby.
H-Face battling to get through, and she becomes lead jammer.
El Capitan with a big hit to Violet Vendetta. Violet Vendetta attempting that star pass we just talked about a moment ago, looking for the pivot.
H trying to get her first 4 points, and
a lot of commotion heading into turn 3 there. Oh.
H-Face giving a little bump to Violet Vendetta. Shame, we know your name.
Vince, I got to tell you, I think roller derby might be one of the only sports where someone could crash into their opponent with such ferocity only to then smile immediately after.
It's a full contact sport, Matt.
But at the end of the day, we're all here to have a good time. Sportsmanship, whatever you might call it, is the name of the game. These skaters are respectful no matter how hard they're hitting each other. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 6. Freebie jamming for Prairie Land. Tinosaurus Rex will get lead jam for South Shore Roller Derby. Tinosaurus Rex making her way through the tall grass like a velociraptor. Cuts through Prairie Land. A lot of commotion here between turn 3 and turn 4. Oh, Tinosaurus Rex, I believe, jumped the apex, gets knocked down, but gets back up again, Chumbawamba style.
Oh, and it looks like Tinosaurus Rex got called for a penalty. This is going to be a power jam for the visiting team.
The Prairie Land Punishers, I'm sure, are hoping to capitalize on this here. Vince, talk to our crowd about what a power jam consists of.
Well, a power jam is when one of the jammers gets called for a penalty, and so they are sent to the penalty box for 30 seconds. And when that happens, that team that has the jammer in the penalty box cannot score any points, and we refer to that as a power jam.
So again, in this moment, Prairie Land Punishers have all the power.
It's kind of a big deal.
Some might say it deserves a little excitement and it deserves a bit of an announcement.
Oh, and a special rule is if the lead jammer gets called to the penalty box, that means no one can call off the jam, and that jam will last the full 2 minutes.
That being said, Tinosaurus Rex out of the penalty box, back into the commotion here, takes a hard hit at turn number 2.
Hips of fury out there.
Again, these skaters are resilient as all get out. They get knocked down, but they 1,000% get back up again.
Like the Chumbawamba song, Matt.
You might have heard it before. And that will be the whistle for the jam. Currently, South Shore Roller Derby 42, Prairie Land 3.
And I got a dollar holler to read. Low. Billy from the hallway says hi.
I've got a dollar holler to read as well. Congratulations, Lucha Gora, on passing your principal's administration test. And also, happy birthday coming up here in just a couple of days. I believe that's from Mom. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 7.
And Brandy Savage is going to become lead jammer.
Sassy Mean Claudine jamming for Prairie Lands. Again, both teams, a lot of heart, a lot of sweat already here in the first 10 minutes of half number 1, bout number 1 this evening.
You got to hold it like this, and I got to hold it like this, like our monikers.
And that'll be the whistle for the jam.
And after 7 jams, we have a score of South Shore 46, Prairie Land 3.
Like we mentioned, it does really take a village here to keep South Shore Roller Derby running, so we do need to shout out some of our sponsors. Thank you to our platinum level sponsor, Hardcore Strength and Fitness. Vince, Rockin' Wahakin, you're serious about your gym. I know you are.
I am.
And so is Hardcore Strength and Fitness. With the focus on powerlifting, Olympic lifting, and strongman training, take your workouts to the next level with a wide variety of equipment, including barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, bikes, skis, ergs, treadmills, and machines. That's Hardcore Strength and Fitness.
And El Capitan facing off against Crash Test Bunny, but El Capitan becomes a lead jammer.
El Capitan politicking herself back to the pack. Crash Test Bunny, though, not far behind.
Is El Capitan going to score some points? Show of hands, say aye, and the ayes have it.
That will be the jam, though, Vince. Another one of our sponsors here this evening. I believe we've got a couple gold level sponsors.
Yeah, let's talk about Radiant Dental Lab. Radiant Dental Laboratory is a leading dental laboratory located in Northwest Indiana, dedicated to elevating smiles into radiant transformations. That's Radiant Dental Labs.
I don't know about you, but I could definitely use a transformative smile. And that'll be the whistle for jam number 9. Violent Vendetta jamming for Prairie Land. Tinosaurus Rex jamming for South Shore. It looks like Violent Vendetta has gotten lead jam for Prairie Land. Skating on a mission.
But Tinosaurus Rex is right on their wheels.
A clever girl, that Tinosaurus, but that will be the jam.
I thought that was a Velociraptor.
I know that Tinosaurus Rex is a fan of all dinosaurs. Just to give you a little bit of information about her and
That's
her
Dr.
personality.
Tinosaurus to you, buddy.
Another one of our sponsors, 4Fan Aerial Photography. 4Fans Aerial Photography is a family-run drone photography business that captures aerial images and videos of events, properties, and landscapes to help clients preserve and showcase their stories from a unique bird's-eye perspective. That is 4Fan Aerial Photography.
And Brandy Savage is going to be your lead jammer facing off against Freebie. Freebie still trying to get through. Brandy Savage snapping all over the ring. Like those Slim Jims she likes so much.
Oh, yeah, she does. And that'll be a macho call-off of the jam from Brandy Savage.
Very macho.
South Shore 51, Prairieland Punishers 3. As a reminder, you are watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The only game in town, folks.
Five seconds until the next whistle here. H-Face Kill is set to jam for South Shore. Sassy Mean Claudine for Prairie Land. Claudine with lead jam, but H-Face like a house on fire right behind. Both skaters head back to the pack at turn number 2 there. A lot of fancy footwork. Claudine gets knocked out of bounds and recycled.
H-Face battling to get through.
Shannon Ball, Panda, El Capitan, all trying to keep Claudine back.
Wild Child's out there as well.
H-Face strategizing. And that'll be the end of the jam. Just north of 16 minutes left here in the first half. Oaxacan.
Indeed.
Still a lot of roller derby left to play this evening. Still anyone's bout.
Sassy Mean Claudine, right?
We've got Bloom Counseling, another one of our gold level sponsors. Bloom Counseling provides holistic trauma-informed therapy for individuals and couples, offering a safe and supportive space to heal, improve relationships, and foster personal growth and lasting transformation. That's Bloom Counseling. Tinosaurus Rex back in the thick of it, jamming for South Shore. Crash Test Bunny jamming for Prairie Land, but will get recycled behind Lowe's Rad there.
And Tinosaurus Rex, knocked out of bounds, is getting reset. And Lowe is trying to stop all that.
Vince, go ahead and talk to our fans about what recycling means here in the roller derby context.
Sure. When the jammer gets knocked out of bounds, they cannot come back in bounds in front of the blocker that pushed them out of bounds. So the blocker can skate backwards and make them come in further back behind the pack.
Right you are.
Yeah.
Again, it seems a little complex. It seems a little complicated amongst all the commotion and all the chaos on the track, but I guarantee these skaters know exactly what they're doing. Strategically knocking their opponents out of bounds, making them exhaust their energy, making them break a sweat, making them run their fuel down to E.
And looks like we have Brandy Savage facing off against Violent Vendetta. Jam number 13. And Brandy Savage, like a slingshot, just goes right on through, becoming lead jammer.
Like a flying elbow off the top rope, Brandy Savage hits that mat. Oh, a little pirouette there and an apex jump from Brandy. I'm not sure that Prairieland saw what was happening there. And Vince, that'll be the jam. Again, if you're joining us for the first time here this evening, you might see our South Shore Roller Derby affiliates with their dollar holler signs. This goes ahead and supports the team, and it also gives you a voice. Shout out your favorite skater, shout out your family member, shout out your coworker. Some words of positivity and affirmation for either team here this evening.
And looks like we have El Capitan facing off against Freebie.
Prairieland with a nice defensive wall against El Capitan. El Capitan looking for a nook or a cranny to climb through, but Rough Tough Clough and the gang do not allow it. Oh, looks like that'll be a penalty, though, and El Capitan will be able to break on through to the other side. Hard hit from low to Freebie.
Oh, it looks like El Capitan rendered a penalty, and so this is going to be a power jam for Prairieland. Thank you.
Prairieland again hoping to capitalize here, hoping to narrow that margin of points here.
It's always a fast 30 seconds when you got the power jam on the line, though. You got
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Especially when you're up against blockers like Panda, against Wild Child, against Lowe from South Shore. Freebie gets recycled back again. But Rough Tough Clough enters the fray. And El Capitan back in the mix as well.
Nicely done, Queso.
El Capitan with a lot of hearts.
And because El Capitan was the lead jammer, this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes, which is just south of 30 seconds.
We're going to count down on the clock there. Both teams hoping to score a few more points, I'm sure. El Capitan hopes to make her constituents proud with a few more points as she gets through the pack. That'll be another penalty for Prairieland. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will be the jam.
And just after 14 jams, we have a score of 75 South Shore, Prairieland 7.
Still anyone's bout, Vince. Still a lot of roller derby left to play. If you're joining us for your first time experiencing South Shore, you'll note that each bout, as we call a game, is broken into 2 30-minute halves. So we are nearing the end of our first half, but there will still be another 30-minute half after this.
And we have a timeout, so we'll shout out one of our sponsors. Big Time Burger and Brew is a family-owned restaurant in Portage, Indiana that serves handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and craft beers in a casual, welcoming atmosphere focused on quality ingredients and flavorful handmade scratch offerings. That's Big Time Burger and Brews. I've been there several times, and they have really good food.
You heard it from Vince himself. Big Time Burger and Brew. Hemlock and Lace Photography, though. Another one of our sponsors, a raveling portrait and wedding photographer based in northern Indiana. Special thank you to Brittany for this league's awesome headshots. That's Hemlock and Lace Photography.
And again, you're watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby. You're watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
All right, we're going to take the rest of this time out to shout out another one of our sponsors here this evening.
We're back at the top.
Wait, looks like I spoke a little too soon. We're going to hop back into the action here. Oh.
Is it over there? Yep.
No. You want one of these? Yeah, I'll buy you.
Hemlock and Lace is a raveling portrait and wedding photography based in Northwest Indiana. Special thank you to Brittany for our league's awesome headshots. Hemlock and Lace Photography.
Raveling portraits from Hemlock and Lace as opposed to unraveling, which is what I'm used to doing when I get my photo taken, Vince. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 15. Tinosaurus Rex jamming for South Shore. And Vince, I cannot believe it, but it looks like we've got ourselves our first Power Jam for South Shore Roller Derby. Make some noise. While we try to call it down the middle here at the commentary table, we have to celebrate whenever South Shore Roller Derby gets a Power Jam. Tinosaurus Rex gliding through, heading back to the pack at turn 4. Takes a hit, balances the line there between in and out of bounds, comes back in and gets through. Ref says no pack. The pack is here. We're going to keep playing this line of commotion. Lucha Gore with some nice blocking there to Freebie, but Freebie does get through.
Well done by all skaters. You serious about your fitness?
You know that I am.
If you're serious about your gym, so is Hardcore Strength and Fitness. With a focus on powerlifting, Olympic lifting, and strongman training, take your workouts to the next level with a wide variety of equipment, including barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, bikes, skis, treadmills, and machines. That's Hardcore Strength and Fitness.
We've also got the Grossbauer Group, an integrated marketing agency that partners with organizations to develop strategic branding, creative design, and digital marketing solutions that build strong, persuasive brand experiences and drive business growth. That's Grossbauer Group. And with that, we've got Legs Benedict jamming for the first time this evening. Lead jammer for this jam, Vince. I believe we've got Sassy Bean Claudine jamming for Prairie Land as well. A lot of commotion between turns 2 and turns 3 here. A lot of hard hits. Legs cuts through, though. Says, I like him over easy. I'm going to call the jam. All right, it looks like we've got a few more dollar haulers here. South Shore Rocky Horror in abundance. If you didn't know, our halftime entertainment this evening is going to be brought to you by South Shore Rocky Horror. We've also got South Shore is on the run. Have a fun night, and happy birthday to Batty White. Happy birthday, Batty. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 17. It looks like Genergizer Bunny jamming for South Shore and Crasskest Bunny. We've got two hares in the tall grass here jamming. Rockin' Wahawkin.
Indeed.
It's Bunny versus Bunny. Crash Test Bunny gets sent back by Panda and Shannon Ball. Genergizer Bunny, though, just keeps going and going straight into that Prairie Land wall.
Every bout, South Shore likes to partner up with a charity, and this game's charity is the Haven House. Haven House NWI provides emergency shelter and support services for domestic violence survivors and their children in Northwest Indiana and surrounding areas. That's the Haven House. NWI Now is a grassroots feminist organization in Northwest Indiana that advances gender equality and social justice through advocacy, education, and community action focused on issues like reproductive rights, LGBTQA+ equality, economic justice, and ending gender-based violence. That's NWI Now.
Oh, hard hit from Tina. I'm seeing a lot of big hits here at turn number 2. Jam 18 underway. Violet Vendetta with lead jam for Prairie Lands.
Tinosaurus Rex right on her wheels, though.
Nice defensive move from South Shore, and that will be the jam. Just north of 7 minutes of playtime left in this first half, Vince. Seems All Right creates custom quilts and keepsake pieces that turn meaningful fabrics into lasting memories. From clothing that holds sentimental value to pieces that tell a story, each creation is thoughtfully designed and carefully crafted. Whether you're preserving a loved one's memory or celebrating a special moment, Seems All Right transforms the materials that matter most into something you can treasure for years to come. That'll be the whistle for Jam 19. We've got Brandy Savage back at it, as well as Freebie. Freebie takes a spill but gets back up undeterred.
Jesus.
Nice defensive offense from Prairie Land, but Brandy Savage looking for that Intercontinental Championship. Slips through. Bit of a juke, double tap the Z button, NFL Blitz style, gets through.
And South Shore has broken 100 points. Now at a 104. And Brandy Savage calls off the jam. Got some dollar hollers. We got a big stack of them over here. Love you from Mama. H shout out. H face killer. Aw.
Wait, one of them was for next game. The one that was here was for next game. Nope. Sorry.
Shannon Ball, love your hot pink helmet from Erica.
Brandy Savage from Ethan. Brandy Savage from Ella.
And that'll be the whistle. Rockin' Oaxacan Jam number 20. South Shore 104, Prairie Land 10. El Capitan jamming for South Shore. Sassy Mean Claudine jamming for Prairie Lands. A lot of commotion. We're trying to keep our eyes on the track here. These skaters are skating hard. They are skating fast. They are skating furiously. And Vince, I can't believe we almost missed it. We've got ourselves a Power Jam. I wish I had a few extra eyeballs to keep track of everything happening on the track this evening. El Capitan pushing through the Prairie Land defense there as the lone jammer on the track.
And we got another dollar holler, 6-7. Nope.
I'm a little too old for that, I'm sorry.
Beetlejuice.
El Capitan, takes a hard hit there, but gets back up. It looks like that'll be the end of the Power Jam too. Sassy Bean Claudine back in the thick of it right here in front of us, Vince. Shannon Ball and Wild Child doing their best to block. Big hit from Shannon Ball there, but Claudine maintains. El Capitan looking for an opening, and El Capitan will concede the jam.
Take one.
All right, a few more dollar hollers. We love these. Keep them coming, y'all. Violet Vendetta from Violet. What are the chances that there are two Violets here this evening?
Brandy Savage, you're a skater.
El Capitan from Hazel.
Wreck-It Ronnie. Win it, Winnie.
Shout out Prairie Land Pirates.
I don't know what that says.
I believe this one says Shock Tua. I'm not going to attempt to interpret that one, Vince, but that's the whistle for the jam.
Yeah,
Tinosaurus Rex.
Tinosaurus Rex is going to be your lead jammer on jam number 21.
We're getting down to the end of the first half here. Just south of 3 minutes left of playtime in this first half. Panda and Lucha with some nice defense there. Demonica as well, but Crash Test Bunny does slip through. Oh, I'm sorry, it looks like there was a star pass there.
And Tinosaurus Rex calls off the jam. Hey, go Panda, Radiant is here.
Jessica Fuller, love her dad. Shout out to all the dads here this evening.
Shout out to dads. Ladies, let's have a good match and have fun.
Ladies, in this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics. I don't know about you, but I, for one, do not tell ladies what to do, Rockin' Wahakin.
Yeah, me either. I tried that once. Didn't work out too well.
Oh, hard hit there to Prairie Lands.
And looks like Brandy Savage is going to get sent to the penalty box, which makes this a power jam for Prairie Land.
A power jam for Prairie Land Punishers. Say that 5 times fast.
Nope. And number 1547, Love Jula, Amber, and Nelly.
Number 545, Smash Tag, hashtag Smash Tag. You can say that again, jamming for Prairie Lands.
And I finally made it through all the dollar hollers. It was a long, tedious route.
All right, the pack stays submerged at turn number 3 there. Big hit to Legs, but Legs gets back up.
And the power jam is now over as Brandy Savage has entered the track.
Lois Rad attempting to stop hashtag Smash Tag. But Smash Tag cuts through.
45 seconds left in this jam.
Again, don't forget our halftime entertainment this evening brought to you by Northwest Indiana Rocky Horror. We're going to have a word from them here in just about 40 seconds. But again, still a lot of red-hot roller derby action as Brandy Savage cuts through the pack again. Vince, Brandy makes it look effortless, but you and I both know it is anything but.
No, she's just that good.
The times I've worn those skates, they've weighed about 20 pounds each. I do not know how these skaters do it, but I applaud them at every moment of this bout. They just keep on going and going and going.
And that's going to be the end of the first half. Everybody give it up for both of these teams, South Shore and Prairie Land.
Make some noise, Hammond
Make
Civic
some
Center!
noise!
As a reminder, you're watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. And with that, we are now going to throw it to our friends at the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Have you heard? Stratford-Mantell was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratford-Mantell.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's Insurance Professionals, Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Get Pulse Technology on your team and score a touchdown with our managed print and copier services. Cover your bases with our IT and technology solutions, or hit a home run with our wide selection of office supplies. Scoreboards or AV solutions from Pulse Technology. That's a slam dunk. Or go for the grand slam with our office furniture and design services. Get in touch with us today. Pulse Technology, powering Indiana business since 1919.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Meet Scott Miller, a lifelong Northwest Indiana resident. Scott has spent his career serving his community as a teacher, school leader, and superintendent of Hammond Schools. Today, he serves as Chief of Staff for the City of Hammond, helping lead operations and guide decisions that impact local families every day. Known for tackling tough challenges and making responsible, honest decisions, Scott is ready to bring steady leadership to the Lake County Council. Scott Miller, responsible, experienced, ready.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
You're watching a special presentation on the Region Sports Network. My name is Mike Dewan, checking in here at intermission. The score reads 133-22 in favor of South Shore. Alongside me, checking in on this halftime, Zach Miller. What's up, Zach?
Mike, this has been an incredible event here. First for us here at the Region Sports Network with the special presentation of the South Shore Roller Derby here, 2026 opener. I want to say you and I are checking in here, but Matt and Vince have earned a well-deserved break here for this intermission. I'll tell you, I'd like to think we have some pretty good commentators here at the Region Sports Network. But I'll tell you what, though, these two might have had the best debut for some broadcasters we've ever had at this company. I mean, these guys are full of energy and electric, Mike.
They will be a tough act to follow for any broadcaster on the Region Sports Network. When they still have, again, a second half to come up here, Zach, as well as, of course, we're going to have a doubleheader here today. It'll be a whole separate stream as well, so again, stay tuned on the Region Sports Network. Just to shout out some of our crew here today, our management team. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. The operations manager is Rich Castillo. Our coordinating producer and on-site producer is Zach Miller. And, of course, for Matt and Vince, they'll be back here shortly. Big shout-out to our camera crew as well, for Seth Parnell, Zach Zanelli, and more importantly, a special thanks to everybody who made today possible, such as the Hammond Civic Center, South Shore Roller Derby, and everybody who's kind of been in contact with leading up to today's kind of event here, Zach.
Yep, that and everyone, we don't have the names for them, but everyone that Matt and Vince have been shouting out as well on there and who have made the South Shore Roller Derby for themselves possible as well. This is Matt repeated this during the broadcast, saying it takes a village, and it's been a village and then some here during this broadcast here tonight. So thank you to everybody on what has made this night so far special, and it's only been halfway through our first game.
You're going to keep up with all things Region Sports. Give us a follow on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X. That's where we're always active. And we got a website, too, as well at regionsports.com. Matt and Vince will be back up here next for the second half. We are checking right back out. We'll be right back here at the Hammond Civic Center. This is a special presentation of the 2026 South Shore Roller Derby opener here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Prairieland Punishers 22, but Vince, as we always say, it's still anyone's bout. There's a lot of roller derby left to play.
And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like this will be starting with a pop. Oh, nope, I'm mistaken. And it looks like we have DeMonica making her jammer debut, facing off against Freebie.
Freebie nice and warmed up from earlier in the half.
And DeMonica is going to throw up some horns.
Up in the air goes the horns for DeMonica, who gets lead jam. We like the exuberance heading back into turn two.
And a nice little pirouette by DeMonica as she picks up 4 points.
Violet Vendetta back from the penalty box. DeMonica joined by Lois Rad, who hits the pack again.
You're allowed now.
And Vince, it looks like we got a star pash. Hashtag smash tag will take the star, but DeMonica will call the jam.
And it's time to shout out our sponsor. You're serious about your gym? Well, so is Hardcore Strength and Fitness, with a focus on powerlifting, Olympic lifting, strongman training. Take your workouts to the next level with a wide variety of equipment, including barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, bikes, skis, treadmills, and machines.
Well put, Rockin' Oaxacan. That's the whistle for jam number 2 of half number 2 here at the Hammond Civic Center. I believe that is Claudine jamming for Prairieland, but Vince, we've got ourselves a power jam for South Shore. Legs Benedict coming in hard-boiled. No other ingredients needed.
She forgot the hollandaise sauce.
As well as the English muffin, but I don't believe that she needs either of them. Heading back into turn 3 here.
Can't forget the avocado, though. You got to have the avocado.
You got to have the avocado. And Legs Benedict puts a little extra garlic, salt, and pepper flakes on it as she cuts through the pack.
And Claudine is back from the penalty box, pushing their way through.
Maybe considering a start pass. Panda keeps her at bay, though.
Looks like
and
the thought
the
crossed
jam.
their mind, but no dice in the words of Charlie Bronson.
We're going to keep the action focused on the track here. That'll be the whistle for jam number 3. El Capitan jamming for South Shore. And Crash Test Bunny back at it for Prairie Lands. Nice defense from Prairie Land there, but El Capitan finds that cranny and pulls herself up to that upper echelon and gets lead jam. Wild Child with a nice offensive defense there.
And El Capitan is going to pick up a quick 4 points.
Hashtag smash tag, though. Jamming hard as well. Cuts through.
And there was a star pass to...
A lot of heart from both teams here. El Capitan calls the jam, though. We're going to save a little bit of that heart and that fighting spirits for another jam, Vince. 26 minutes to go in this bout this evening. South Shore 151, Prairie Land 22. Again, a big thank you to our friends at the Region Sports Network. If you're joining us online this evening, you're watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. And Vince, that'll be the whistle for jam number 4.
And Tinosaurus Rex is going to become your lead jammer.
Panda with some nice defense there to the Prairie Land jammer. Lucha Gora as well extends an arm.
Violent Vendetta still considering a star pass, still trying to make it through their first initial pass.
Tinosaurus gets sent to the back of the pack there. Nice strategy by Prairie Lands. Some big hits. Tinosaurus takes a knee, which is not easy for a dinosaur to do. And Tinosaurus makes it abundantly clear that the jam is now called off. All right, another one of our gold level sponsors this evening, Radiant Dental Lab. Radiant Dental Laboratory is a leading dental laboratory located in NWI, dedicated to elevating smiles into radiant transformations. I'm more of a Decepticon myself, but I could still use some dental work. And that'll be the whistle for jam number 5. Brandy Savage jamming for South Shore. Freebie jamming for Prairie Lands. Brandy takes some hard hits there. Bobs and weaves into the pack there. And Vince, I do believe we've got a star pass.
There was a star pass to Legs Benedict.
Again, that pivot position coming into play there.
But it was all for naught as Prairie Land calls off the jam.
Again, we do need to shout out our Bout Day charity again this evening, Haven House. Haven House, Northwest Indiana, provides emergency shelter and support services for domestic violence survivors and their children in Northwest Indiana and surrounding areas. They do very important work. We're very thankful that they partnered with us this evening. Please learn more about them at their table. And that'll be the whistle for jam number 6, Vince.
And it looks like Energizer Bunny is going to be your lead jammer. As you can see, if you're looking at the scoreboard, the name flashing in red is the lead jammer.
Energizer Bunny banging that big old bass drum heading into turn 3. Sassy Mean Claudine, though, right up behind Jen. But Jen will call the jam.
Fan Aerial Photography. Fan Aerial Photography is a family-run drone photography business that captures aerial images and videos of events, properties, and landscapes to help clients preserve and showcase their stories from unique bird's eye perspective. That's Fan Aerial Photography. And DeMonica facing off against Crash Test Bunny. And DeMonica is going to be your lead jammer.
DeMonica with a lot of fire and brimstone here in the second half, Vince. Throws him up again. Crash Test Bunny, though, no slouch either. Tinosaurus Rex attempts to recycle. But I apologize. It looks like we've got another Star Pash. Hashtag Smash Tag will now be jamming for Prairie Land. Vince, I got to ask, are you as tongue-tied by hashtag Smash Tag as I am?
Yes.
A few more dollar haulers here this evening to Brandy Savage. Ooh, yeah. Another one here. Please scream as loud as you can for Helen Killer. Love Atticus. There we go.
There you go.
We got some quiet screamers in the room this evening. Shout out to Stormy Dawn from Brinley.
And jam number 8 is underway. It looks like Brandy Savage is going to be your lead jammer.
Brandy Savage, undeterred, seemingly endless energy, a renewable resource if there ever was one.
And with a quick hit it and quit it, Brandy Savage collects 4 points and then calls off the jam.
And apropos of that jam, another dollar hauler here. Shout out to Brandy Savage.
Wild Child is doing really well. Good job, Wild Child.
That one's nice. That one's very wholesome.
Shout out to Reese's Ruff.
And that's the whistle for jam number 9 of half number 2 of bout number 1. Genergizer Bunny jamming for South Shore, Freebie jamming for Prairie Lands. H-Face takes a tumble in the commotion, getting Genergizer through. You'll see these skaters put their own bodies second to whatever needs doing to win and score some points, Vince.
And it looks like we have Freebie considering a star pass. Trying to get to hashtag Smash Tag, the pivot.
Freebie caught up by Shannon Ball.
Oh, and it looks like we got ourselves a
Power Jam for South Shore. Genergizer Buddy, effortless, elegant through that turn there. A few more points on the board. Genergizer Bunny continues to cut through while the pack remains at turn number 4. Oftentimes it is hard for that pack, that line of commotion, to move. During a power jam, they sit and lie in wait of the jammer.
Indeed.
And that'll be the jam before Prairie Land can get any more jammers back into play. Just about 18 minutes left in the second half here. Both teams still got a lot of heart, got a lot of fire left. Surely they will both leave it all out on the track this evening, Vince.
And looks like we have Claudie versus Tinosaurus Rex for jam number 10. And Claudine's going to be your lead jammer.
Sassy and mean and skating quite clean. Claudine heads back into the pack at turn number 2. Tinosaurus Rex with an apex jump, though. Literally leaping and bounding over Prairie Lands.
And Claudie calls off the jam.
Sassy and mean and skating quite clean. I thought that was pretty good. I don't know if you appreciated that, Vince.
It was good. It was nice. It had a quite bit of poetry to it, Matt.
We try here. All right, another one of our sponsors, Bloom Counseling. Bloom Counseling provides holistic trauma-informed therapy for individuals and couples, offering safe and supportive spaces to heal, improve relationships, and foster personal growth and lasting transformation. Bloom Counseling, thank you for being our sponsor this evening.
And Legs Benedict making their way through to become lead jammer.
A bit of a force of nature is Legs attacking the Prairieland blockers. South Shore defense all over the place here. But it's working for them. Crash Test Bunny making some moves. Nimble, quick, spry. You might use those adjectives to describe her as she cuts through the pack, but that will be the jam. Oh. All right, we are going to take a quick moment. There's a skater that is currently down, is going to receive some medical support. If we could please have a moment of quiet and concentration. Again, this is a physical sport. These skaters do put their bodies on the line. We're going to take a moment here and let those paramedics do what they're here to do.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work, you're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Hey, you're watching a special presentation of the South Shore Roller Derby on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looks like we're going to be resuming action here in just a moment. Again, let's make some noise for all these skaters here this evening. Laying it all out on the line for the sport that they love. We're so appreciative of all of them.
And we're grateful for all the skating and non-skating officials, photographers donating their time, and all of our track technicians out there repairing the track as needed.
And, of course, our paramedics, our
You're
safety,
welcome.
Everyone who keeps us safe here this evening and helps us keep on rolling. And Rockin' Oaxacan, that will be the whistle. We're going to get back into it here. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 12 of half two of bout one. Shannon ball jamming for South Shore. Violet Vendetta back at it for Prairie Lands. Hard hit to Shannon ball from Prairie Land there. Shannon ball will get recycled. Violet Vendetta will get lead jam, Vince. Big hard hits here at turn two right in front of us. Again, blood, sweat, and tears being shed by these skaters.
And again, Violet Vendetta is your lead jammer.
Shannon ball came in
like
right
a wrecking
behind.
ball.
Yeah, beat me to it. But that will be the jam. Just north of 15 minutes left of playtime here in half number two, about number one, Vince. We are going to shout out another one of our sponsors, Big Time Burger and Brew. Big Time Burgers and Brews is a family-owned restaurant in Portage, Indiana that serves handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and craft beers in a casual, welcoming atmosphere focused on quality ingredients and flavorful, made-from-scratch offerings. What more could you want? Big Time Burger and Brew.
And we have DeMonica facing off against Freebie. DeMonica becoming lead jammer. Freebie still trying to get through the pack, considering a star pass.
Tinosaurus Rex. Oh, Lucha Gora with some offensive defense there to Rough Tough Clough. DeMonica takes a bit of a hip check, but remains undeterred. Continues skating, unfazed.
Freebie finally making it through the pack.
Bit of a star pass strategy there, Vince, but it looks like Freebie retains.
They considered it and then thought, no, I don't want to do it.
DeMonica considered and then did, in fact, call the jam. South Shore 199, Prairieland 33.
The Grossbauer Group is an integrated marketing agency that partners with organizations to develop strategic branding, creative design, and digital marketing solutions that build persuasive brand experiences and drive business growth. That's Grossbauer Group.
Sassy Mean Claudine will take lead jam for Prairieland. You could say that Sassy Mean Claudine is a lean, mean skating machine, as she retains lead jam and gets some points on the board for Prairieland. Looks like Legs Benedict is heading to the penalty box for South Shore, which means there'll be at least one skater down. Got to imagine, Vince, that Prairieland's going to use that to their advantage.
Indeed.
And Claudine will call the jam.
Like the picture itself, just more and more, you just add more and more. It's crazy. I actually have a backlog.
And that'll be the whistle. El Capitan jamming for South Shore Crash Test Bunny. Back at it for Prairieland. El Capitan breaks on through to the other side, takes a knee, and then gets back up. Our skating officials will call no pack, Vince. And everyone will conglomerate back here at turn 2.
And El Capitan, lead jammer. Ooh, little skate on skate action, causing a little bit of a tumble, but it's all right. El Capitan's had worse. She's right back up.
You might be surprised at how badly a track burn hurts.
Oh, it looks like El Capitan's going to go to the penalty box again, and that is going to be a power jam for Prairieland.
Prairieland got to hope to capitalize here. Crash Test Bunny strategizing. Unlike that weird cartoon in the 90s about crash test dummies.
Vince and Larry?
You know. Crash Test Bunny, a bit more brains than those two. Strategizing, thinking about that next play. Looking for an opening here. Wild Child and Genergizer. Hard to cut through, though. And El Capitan gets back in the fray. Things immediately start to pick up as El Capitan slices through.
And since El Capitan was the lead jammer and went to the penalty box, this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes, which is 20 more seconds.
Like the Astro Crag, El Capitan reaches for the top of the pack there. Nice blocking from Legs Benedict and company with South Shore. Looks like we missed a star pass to Rough Tough Clough, but that will be the jam.
Oh, can you show the other girls how to write like this?
NWI Now is a grassroots feminist organization in Northwest Indiana that advances gender equality and social justice through advocacy, education, and community action focused on issues like reproductive rights, LGBTQIA+ equality, economic justice, and ending gender-based violence. Very important work they're doing at NWI Now. Thank you for being one of our sponsors. Please check them out.
And Tinosaurus Rex is going to be your lead jammer. Oh, scratch that. Violet Vendetta is your lead jammer.
Lucha Gore takes a hard spill there at turn number 2. Violet Vendetta, no signs of slowing down. Been jamming all night and will continue to do so, it looks like. Tinosaurus Rex heads back into the pack now at turn 3. Big spill, big commotion, several skaters down, hard hits. And Tinosaurus Rex breaks through. Panda with the hard hit to Violet, and that will be the jam. Nicely played by both teams there. Lots of hard hits there, Vince.
And it looks like we got some dollar hollers. She's sweet, she's funny, she's a little bit nutty. Shout out to Reese's Rough.
And shout out to United Steelworkers. Keep up the fights with Shout out to United Steelworkers. Keep up the fights with NIPSCO and BP. United we bargain, divided we beg.
And it looks like for the time being, until Matt changes his batteries in his microphone, you're stuck with just me.
Sorry about that, Vince. Did you miss me?
I did. I miss you, buddy.
Just in time to get back into the action here, though. Technical difficulties be darned. That's the whistle for Jam 17. Brandy Savage and Freebie back at it again. You might say they are mega powers colliding.
And a nice pirouette to become lead jammer for Brandy Savage.
Freebie with lead jam, though, and will call it off. Brandy with a head of steam, but gets cut short.
If you're serious about your gym, so's Hardcore Strength and Fitness with a focus on powerlifting, Olympic lifting, and strongman training. Take your workouts to the next level with a wide variety of equipment, including barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, bikes, skis, ergs, treadmills, and machines.
And that's the whistle for Jam 18. Claudine showing claws for Prairie Lands. Oh, huge hit from Wild Child and Claudine at turn 2 here, allowing Shannon Ball to get lead jam, I believe. Shannon Ball a little less jamming this evening than Claudine. Got to imagine there's a bit more in the tank there. But Claudine, no signs of slowing down, though. The pack gets a little spread. Ref says, no pack, the pack is here. These skaters will conglomerate. They'll get back together. And Vince, it looks like Shannon Ball is going to head to the penalty box, so that means Prairie Land will have a power jam. I'm sure Claudine is hoping to gleam some points. I can't make that rhyme. Again, a lot of big blockers there on the South Shore. Heavy hitters, rough and tumble skaters right there at turn number 4. H with a nice block, Wild Child as well. Panda will go to the box, though.
And Shannon Ball enters the track. And there is no lead jammer, so this is going to go the full 2 minutes.
Nice attempt from Kat there, but unsuccessful. Claudine reasserts that star atop her helmet. Looks like we got about 10 seconds left in this jam, Vince.
Indeed.
And that jam will go the full 2 minutes. South Shore 227, Prairieland 53.
I know it's a lot of energy expenditure, but I do like a full 2 minute jam.
You and me both. You got to give the people their money's worth, and you do that with a full 2 minute jam, Vince.
Indeed.
Just north of 5 minutes left of playtime here in bout number 1. Make sure you stick around for bout number 2 this evening. South Shore Roller Derby will be back in action.
Also, the after party is going to be right here.
It's VIP, though, so you might have to know someone to get in. DeMonica takes the lead jam for South Shore. She just does not tire of throwing those horns up, especially as she enters the pack. Crash Test Bunny trying to get through that blue wall. Tinosaurus Rex, Los Lucha, impenetrable there almost. No pack. The ref says the pack is here. Skaters move the commotion up a few feet. DeMonica keeps on gliding, though.
And just 5 minutes left to play in the game.
Monster Bash gets back into the fray, but that will be the jam. Again, another one of our sponsors, Seems All Right. Seems All Right creates custom quilts and keepsake pieces that turn meaningful fabrics into lasting memories. From clothing that holds sentimental value to pieces that tell a story, each creation is thoughtfully designed and carefully crafted. Whether you're preserving a loved one's memory or celebrating a special moment, Seems All Right is your place to be. And Rockin' Oaxacan, that will be the whistle for Jam 20 of half number 2 in bout number 1 this evening.
And Brandy Savage makes it through the pack first. Jolie Jammer.
Violent Vendetta jamming for Prairieland. Cuts through as well. Making up for lost time. Putting the pedal to the metal. But Brandy will call the jam.
Got to do the strength. We just got. I think we've done everything. This one has got to be done one more time, and that's it. Let me do it, or after this jam.
Okay.
And then we'll be done. Oh no, one more of these.
Okay. I'll do that.
One more, and then we're done. El Capitan for South Shore. Freebie for Prairieland. El Capitan. And El Capitan's going to be your lead jammer for jam number 21.
Vince, I believe Monster Bash from Prairieland got a track cut.
And it looks like Freebie's considering a star pass.
El Capitan bursts through the rubble. Maintains lead jam. H-Face and Shannon looking to make an opening for El Capitan. Wild Child as well. El Capitan hits that boulder that is Prairieland. But blows it up and gets on through. Vince, I'm running out of rock and mountain climbing puns in this moment.
Why were you using that?
El Capitan is the name of a mountain.
And also Spanish for the captain.
C. All right, just about 2 minutes left. This may be our last jam of bout number 1. So Hammond Civic Center, let's make some noise. Again, as soon as this bout's over, we've got the Lafayette Supernovas skating against your South Shore Derailers, so don't go anywhere. That'll be the whistle for Jam 22.
And Claudie is going to be your lead jammer.
Tinosaurus Rex hot on the heels, though.
Oh, Tinosaurus Rex is your lead jammer.
And Vince, I believe we've got ourselves a power jam.
Oh, we got a double power jam, I believe, which means that as soon as Tinosaurus enters the penalty box, Claudie is released.
This is a treat, y'all. You don't see this very often. Claudine gets out of the penalty box and back into the fryer, if you will. Sassy Mean Claudine, a lot of heart tonight. Tinosaurus Rex, well, all these skaters, a lot of heart, a lot of soul.
And Matt, you called it. This is going to be the final jam as there's just 40 seconds left. So once the minute timer runs out, this game is over.
You heard it, folks. The last 30 seconds of game number 1.
Everybody make some noise.
Happening in front of us.
Let's go!
Tinosaurus Rex, Sassy Mean Claudine, South Shore, Prairieland. Both these skaters hitting bombs, throwing bombs, dodging bombs. Bomb after bomb here this evening, folks. Kaboom! Tinosaurus cuts through. Oh, hard spill to Lucha Gore in turn 2. That's a bruise that she's going to feel tomorrow.
20 seconds left.
This jam is going to go the full distance. Broadway, if you will. Both jammers heading to the pack right at turn 4. 5,
4, 3,
2, 1. And that will be the jam.
Everybody put your hands together for South Shore Roller Derby and our visiting team, the Prairieland Punishers.
What a roller derby bout.
If all the spectators would like to line up on the outside of the track, they can show all the skaters some love with a high five or a low five if you're feeling sassy.
As is tradition, show these skaters some love. Show them you enjoyed what they did this evening. If you want to come up to that purple line on the track and slap a hand, pound a knuck, or whatever you'd like to do, pat on the back if you're lucky. Our officials will be tabulating our score here. We've got an unofficial score of 271 to 62. We're going to give it a moment here to get all things calculated.
And once again, we'd like to thank our skating and non-skating officials, our paramedics, for the good work that they do. And our track technicians, our coaches, our vendors, our sponsors, everyone involved. It takes a village, as Matt likes to say so frequently. And it is a happy little village.
And Vince, I do need to point out our final score for bout number 1. Prairieland Punishers 62, South Shore Roller Derby 271.
And in just a few minutes, we will announce our most valuable jammers, our most valuable blockers for this first bout. But please don't leave. We have more derby coming up.
Again, you have been watching a special presentation of South Shore Roller Derby on the Region Sports Network. If you're joining us online on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate you. The Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The only game that ever existed in this town.